with the whole concept of old love, we see old love in a family where the wife is not loved correctly, and so she tries to milk that love from her son. She forgets that her son is her son and should be her son alone. She tries to husbandify that son or brotherify that son, or maybe even sometimes if the son is rich, unclefy that son, forgetting this baby boy came out of you and he's not meant to go in, if you know what I mean. But because that love of romance is missing, and God forbid an African older woman accepts that she needs romance, because our culture shuns love so much, so it's a taboo to even want romance at all. And fathers that think that their daughters are their wives or their mothers, and so a lot of times they purposely make themselves weak so they can be taken care of. A lot of times, not always. And also children that are not given that correct parental love will go out and look for it somewhere. And that's where you have this Gen Z terms of daddy issues, mommy issues. It's a real thing. It's not to be romanticized. It's to be talked about and eradicated. But you see it on their bios, maybe on Facebook or Twitter. Crazy girl with mommy issues. Crazy boy with mommy issues. Crazy boy with daddy issues. And crazy boy with mommy issues. And we romanticize these things. And most times fathers that maybe are not loved correctly, they are not given enough romance, and they are not, maybe they lost their mothers on time, they go out to public servants, suffer this the most, especially with girls. They go out and they try to just milk that motherly energy that they did not get. They try to forcefully milk it, like I said in my previous video. And these are the issues that we face, because when you complain about it, of course, you have crossed the line. How dare you complain about something you don't like? How dare you? But what we should understand is that the world should not dance around your traumas. Okay, so I'm making this video, I'm starting this discussion to create a conversation about it. Okay, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. This is purely observation, to create a conversation around it so it can be talked about and not shunned, because bad things happen, we get it, but bad things also happen to everybody. Okay, some of them are very tricky and they use this case of, yes, bad things have happened to you, but my case is worse, so my case is the one, I cannot change it, you must deal with it, you must learn how to deal with people, my case is worse, I have suffered more than you have suffered, so this suffering I'm adding to you is nothing, because I have suffered, you don't know anything about life. It's always that phrase, you don't know anything about life, you're so naive, and this happens usually after when you complain about not being treated right. So, and most of the times, because we don't even learn these things, and because we don't even have the time, because survival, we overlook them, and there's a lot of molestation in the home and outside the home that people don't talk about, because it's not even going to be seen as a problem, especially when it comes to older men, younger public servant girls too. It's not going to be seen as a problem because you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do that. You're not supposed to, but you're supposed to. In a typical Nigerian setting, you're supposed to be that. And among men, it's usually a power struggle thing, especially with men. I've noticed, I've observed, that did not get enough appraisal from their fathers. I'm no therapist, this is strictly observation. That do not get enough appraisal from their fathers, that do not have a say in their home. They come out and they want to somehow snatch that love of being listened to, and they do it forcefully in the public place, and they do it forcefully somewhere else, and they may brag, oh, but I dey vex, but no, they beat my wife, but they may not beat, their wives, but they verbally do it to other people, which is pretty much the same thing, but somehow there is no scar, on the body. So how dare you complain that someone was abusive to you, and you're an Oyibo woman? Come on, go back there and take the shout. you know so I want to stress on the importance of teaching about love. Please, men, be nice to men. Men, be nice to women. Women, be nice to men. Women, be nice to women. Because older women do it to young girls. Older women, a lot of times, that felt like they were not loved correctly as girls. It's either they shun young girls trying to be decent, or they insult and bash the young girls that open their body, because you think a man go find you. And all this shouting is just because her husband, maybe at a point in his life, was following young girls, so she sees them as a threat. And that is just a consequence of old love, the romantic love. She was old, so she feels like these young girls have snatched her love from her, and God forbid the man leaves the house or maybe dies. It's the end. Young girls are forever her nemesis. So you see how the lack of love can keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. The Lord will help us, because I can't do anything. The Lord will help us. The Lord will give us the wisdom to tackle this case, because it's a serious case.